Hello and welcome to your DREAMSTORM practice. In our practice today, we're going to have a few different phases. We're going to move, we're going to reflect and write, and we're going to kind of conjure up some dreams. This practice comes to you from my own noticing that, and perhaps you're noticing too, that there is so much not working. There is so much just not going great, in the world. And perhaps we could always say that at any point in history, but it does feel potent at this time, I do find. And sometimes we're trying to solve these problems at the same nervous system state, at the same level that they're happening at. And so to dream, to imagine, we need to feel into something that is not here yet. We need to see something that isn't here yet and make it happen, make it real, make it tangible. So we are in the beginning. This practice meets you in the beginning of that. How can we nurture these dreams that we have? And I want this dreaming practice to be an open template for whatever your dream may be. The inspiration comes from this wider lens of the world. But I really welcome you to use this practice for your own inner relationship, for your own life, your own family, your own community. It could also be your work, it could be your art. So there's no one way it has to be. There's no This doesn't need to be super productive. The last time I hosted this, somebody's dream that they shared was to float in the lake at their parents' cottage. And what a beautiful dream. What if our dreams could be like that? It could be something so small. It could be something life-altering or anywhere in between. So let's just kind of be a little curious and see what comes today. And I think that this is a creative practice in the way that most art is. Artists have to see and feel into something that is not made real yet, and then make it real. And that's what we will do with our dreams. We'll feel into what we're kind of picking up on, and then, your next step will be to make the steps forward to make that real. So I want us to explore what dreams we have for ourselves, for our communities, for our world. I want us to connect to possibility and imagination. We don't have to know how this is going to work yet. This isn't the planning to-do list phase of it yet. This is the, ooh, what do I really long for? What do I really want to see? What do I really want to feel? What does this world need? What do I need? These are the questions we're going to come to later on in our practice. But first, we come to some movement to kind of break up our most common ways of being, or our most common thought patterns, or our most traveled neural pathways, and kind of step out of that a little bit. So I'm going to guide you, but again, I really welcome you to make this your own. If you want to move in a different way, if you want to be still while we're moving, I trust your body's intelligence has a reason. So let's just play, let's explore, let's move a little bit, and we'll go from there. Okay? So you can start seated if you'd like. Just coming to get comfortable, feeling free to pull on any softness, any pillows, any blankets that you want to wrap yourself in. Let yourself take a couple of minutes at least to get comfortable. See how you can be as comfortable as possible in this moment. Let yourself be picky. Let it be luxurious. Maybe even if you don't need the blanket, you reach for the blanket anyway because you're pulling in softness, which can help us tell the nervous system, tell the body we are safe. It's pretty hard to dream, to imagine from a state of stress or defensiveness, which understandably a lot of us, spend time there. So any ways we can help ourselves shift into the place of safety, of connection, of dreaming, then we're going to do that. You can feel that there is steady ground beneath you. And if you can't feel it, you can move a little bit side to side so you feel, oh yeah, there is a steady earth holding me here. And I can put my bones down into that support and be held. Now, from that place of being held, any part of you that's connected to the ground, you can sort of just very gently press into that support, allowing the crown of your head to reach to the sky so you're sitting nice and tall. You might be landing in stillness now, but if you still feel like moving, it could be a sway, it could be a rock. I'm going to take a couple of breaths together. If you'd like to sync up with me, you can start with an exhale and empty your lungs completely, almost squeezing the belly in at the bottom, just to empty. And then filling from the collarbones all the way to that lower belly. Feel yourself expand, maybe even into your hands here. With your exhale, nice long, soft exhale. Feel yourself soften. Let's do that twice more, breathing in to expand. And as you exhale, you soften. We're not going to do this by force, by push. It's going to be softer than that, more fluid than that. So let's take one more breath in that way, expanding and softening any muscles that don't need to be working hard right now. Thank you, muscles. You can rest. Now with your next few breaths, you can breathe in. Now we'll bring shoulders up into the ears. Let there be some effort, maybe even letting that pressure build at the top few moments of your inhale. And then you can exhale, let the shoulders roll down the back, softening their efforts. As you breathe in, same thing, you can let some pressure build at the top, maybe even holding there a couple of moments. Feel that sensation. And then soften all of that effort down the back, almost like there's a warm stream running down your back, helping the shoulder blades to kind of slow down the back. I want to say fall down the back, but that's not quite right. They're just kind of settling back into their resting position on this last round. And you can leave them there this time. Now just taking a full breath just as you are, expanding once again and softening once again. We'll start to bring in a little bit of movement for our spine. So there's a way of doing this seated and a way of doing it from table or on hands and knees. So I'll show you both. You can start by bringing your heart towards your left knee, kind of drawing the chest forward and then over to the right, and then rounding your spine in the back half of this circle. We're just going to kind of make a circle. And then if you're doing this from tabletop, you can think of bringing your belly down to the left side, sliding it across the floor to the right, it won't actually touch, and then rounding the spine and completing the circle. And just go ahead in your own time and in your own way, getting out of head and into body a little bit. Whatever your dreams are, they're already inside of you. I guarantee you, we're not gonna have to dig. They're gonna come. We don't have to push or force anything at all. Oof, what a relief. I'm just creating the space in which they can be heard, they can be seen, they can be taken seriously. What if we took our dreams seriously? Now, if you're moving your circles in one way, just go ahead and switch if you haven't already. Now, a couple more rounds, and then you're gonna take this into a little bit of a less patterned movement. So just see how your spine wants to move here. There doesn't need to be any plan or pattern about it. It might even be that you hold and breathe in one place or the other if it feels really nice. You could come into like the traditional cat-cow. Take your time. You can come to a neutral spine. If you're not already in your table, you could meet us here. Now, a couple options for you. One is a heart melting pose. You could keep hips stacked on top of your knees, crawling your hands and arms forward, and then letting the forehead rest down either to the floor or a block or a bolster or a pillow. If that's too much for your shoulders, or if you'd be more comfortable in a child's pose, you can let your knees walk wider than your hips, let the big toes kind of touch. The hips come back onto the heels, and then again you can crawl the arms forward, landing the forehead to the floor or any other support that you'd like. Now, as you breathe in here, think of expanding 360 degrees around your torso. The lungs can really fill. And when you exhale, you can soften any muscular effort that doesn't need to be here, or any mental effort. A lot of times we are required to problem solve, to do, to figure it out, to push, right? That's true. So we want to be really patient if that's our pattern, if that's what's often expected or needed from us. We're going to take some time to soften that. We're going to be so patient with these bodies. Take your time with one more full breath in this place. Maybe even exaggerating that exhale. Beautiful. And you can slowly start to walk your hands back, coming to meet us back in a kind of tabletop shape. From here, you can tuck your toes under, send your hips back towards your heels. You can float your knees, lift your hips, and then we're just going to walk the hands back towards the feet, coming into a ragdoll at the back of your space. You can walk your feet really nice and wide. You can bend your knees and let your upper body hang over the legs, letting your head hang, your arms can hang. You might grab opposite elbows. Now you can be still here, or you can sway. I want you to really feel into your feet. Feel that steadiness. You can imagine growing roots down through your feet, all the way down into this steady earth that holds you. Now, very slowly, you can start to unravel, coming towards the sky. Slowly, the knees straighten. You come all the way up, the shoulders come into the ears, and you can roll them down the back. Chin will tuck back to the chest when you're ready. Spine can round, knees can bend. You can roll back down. We're gonna do this a couple of times. Option if, as you do it, you'd like to sway. It can be almost like you're like dancing up. I picture like a little flower, a little like I'm seeing some flowers outside my window, even like a little dandelion kind of pushing up through the grass. And then coming to stand tall up into the sun, into the light. So try that one more time. Your own time and in your own way. We'll meet at the top. Now, when you do reach the top, option to reach your arms up overhead. You could hold the elbows or not. And just let the heart come forward a little bit, just a very tiny baby back bend. And you could come to cactus, your arms bending the elbows, draw the elbows back, the heart forward. Hands can come to rest when you're ready, down by your sides for your Tadasana, your mountain pose. Option to close the eyes, or you could just soften the gaze onto a focal point, your drishti of choice. Now, as you exhale, imagine growing those roots downwards again, this time all the way down into the earth that's beneath you. All the way through the bedrock, all the way into the fiery core of the earth, and then you can draw that energy up through your feet, all the way to the crown of the head, and all the way up through the sky and into the stars. And exhale down into the steady core of the earth, or the steady layer, and then the core. And then all the way back up again into sky, into stars. Remembering yourself as originally, materially, a star. That's a real thing, which is wild, right? What a creation. Speaking of a dream, all the materials that make up the body you inhabit were born from the explosion of a star. And so is this planet. So you can remember your body as the universe itself, as the fabric of the universe. It's just true. You're as much the universe as any planet, as any star, as any mountain. We just forget. That's a core teaching in yoga, actually. Our suffering comes because we forget. We think we're alone in these bodies, or that we're separate. And, we kind of are, but we're not, we're not really. So let's remember that with these next few breaths up into sky, into stars, that limitless space above us, and then down into that incredible energy held in the inside of the earth. Okay. Now, feel free to be still, or you can start to bring a little sway in. I'm going to introduce you, if you are new to this practice, to flailing. It's my most beloved practice. You may have done it with me before. The important thing for you to know, flailing is not dancing. It is not coordinated or choreographed or anything like that. It's like dance in that it's expressive, it's movement, but there's no particular way that this should look. It's probably silly. You might laugh at yourself a little bit, and that's totally fine. I do too, and I'm doing it on video to live on the internet forever. So if that makes you feel any better, I'm right here with you. So when I say flailing, I mean we're kind of moving things out and through. Your body will probably know how it wants to do that. It can jump, it can stomp, it can shake, it can literally flail about, it can dance. Like if you find a little rhythm, go with that. That's wonderful. Just don't feel like it's for any external view. This is for your own inner experience. I'm going to be here the whole time. So if you want some inspiration, I'll be here and you can always join in with me and then go back into your own thing. We're just doing one song in this way, and it's just under 3 minutes. I'm gonna be quiet and turn the music up, and I want you to feel into it, feel anything that comes up, including like, oh God, Cassie, that's totally fine, or joy, or sadness, or grief, or whatever comes through is what needs to come through. Okay? So let's do it.
There is a feeling that I just can't shake. When I wake, it's waiting for me. So many lost, ungrounded nights. Is this a fight I'm losing? I am so tired, won't you take me home? Lost in a mind, I'm amazed that I own. Make me a killer, make me quick. Well, hello to the darkness, hello to the feeling, hello, little light of mine. The forgotten song, the phantom host, the empty seats within me. She calls to me from an ancient stone, tectonic shift. Where's my love? I am so tired, won't you take me home? Lost in a mind, I'm amazed that I own. Make me a killer, make me quick. Well, hello to the darkness, hello to the feeling, hello, little light of mine. Little light of mine. I'm so tired, won't you take me home? Lost in a mind, I'm amazed that I own. Make me a killer, make me quick. Well, hello to the darkness, hello. I'm so tired, won't you take me home?
All right,
Lost
30
in a
more
mind,
seconds.
I'm amazed that I own. Make me a killer, make me quick. Well, hello to the darkness, hello to the feeling, hello, little light of mine.
And my loves, from that place, you can come to sit if you want to sit. If you want to stand, you just stand. We're going to come right into a little meditation. You can put a hand to your heart if you'd like, maybe two hands. You can feel the movement of your breath, the movement of your heart. This life force energy called prana in yoga. The same life force energy that moves through us, that moves through all other living things. This is the flow of life, quite literally within you. We know without this heartbeat, without this breath, that we're not here, we're not alive. And this is the essence of that aliveness, that creative life force that created you. Always ready to be stirred up with a little flail, a little dance, a little shaking things up. You can again remember the steadiness that holds you, that solid top layer of the earth, and then far beneath that, well, water, and then fire. Remembering above you, sky, stars, limitless space. And I'd like you to imagine all around you, all of your true supporters, the people that truly see you, truly love you, the real you, the full you. And even if this circle is small, even if they are alive, not alive, even if it's an artist that's reflecting back some part of you, these supports that you may know personally or may not know, that just bring your spark. They bring your aliveness. They make you feel like your dreams make complete sense. Beneath you, rock, water, fire. Above you, limitless space, sky, stars. Around you, all those who love and support you. I'd like us to just take some time to linger here in this place of support, of being held. You might even imagine that circle of supporters kind of cheering you on, nodding. Take about 5 more full breaths here, as if you had all the time in the world to take them. Soaking in, basking in this circle of support that surrounds you. You don't have to make the breath slow, but you don't need to rush it either. Letting that life force energy move in its own way, in its own pace. Staying in the mindset or in the space, the dream space we've created together, go ahead and grab whatever you would like to do your reflection with. So it could be a journal, it could be paper, you might have pens, markers, paints, however you create. If it's not words that's coming through and it's just colors, shapes, images, that's beautiful. We don't need to have any clear answers in our time together today. We are looking to step our toe into this dream world, see what dreams are buried in us that we haven't gotten to yet, or that we haven't had the ability to fully bring through. This may be something you already know, or it might be a surprise. And remembering that your dreams might be in the realm of your own self, your own life, your own family, your community, or the world, however small or big it is, that probably depends on so many factors, including where you are in your life, what your priorities are. And it's totally natural that we come closer to ourselves and then we expand outwards and back and forth throughout our lifespan. So, these questions I have here for you are doorways, they are entry points into your dreams. I absolutely don't expect that you would do them all. You're welcome to come back to them, the other ones, but let's pick one or two from the top, most of them, and then maybe one or two from the last two. So I think it may be helpful for each of us to wonder about in what ways we're already on our way and what we might need. But let me just go through the list for a moment and illustrate a little bit what I mean with these doorways, these prompts. What do you long to create or reinvent? So, this creation could be something new that hasn't been started yet, or you might be kind of reworking something you've already begun. That's the reinvention piece. And it may be all of it, it might be one part of your creation, whether your creation is a painting or a business, doesn't matter. Either way. What is missing and what doesn't sit right with you? This question tells us what we want to create by looking at what makes us uncomfortable, what we're not okay with, what might be feeling incomplete. So that is good information. What is missing? What doesn't sit right with you? That might tell us something about how we think things should be, how we would like to do this thing differently. Um, I'm a Virgo rising, so that is pretty much my whole brain. Including how this practice was born. I want more spaces for us to dream, to imagine, right? What do you long for? What do you truly want internally? It could be that you really long to live in the woods. It could be that you really long to have children. I don't know what it is for you. What do you long for? Like, longing to me feels deep, so deep in the heart space or maybe the gut. What are you here to do? That's a big question. I kind of mean in the world, but you could think in this particular place you are, this particular situation you're in. What are you here to do? What is it time for now? What would you make if you were not ashamed or afraid? Oof. Shame and fear, among other things like stress, trauma, can really narrow us, can really almost pigeonhole us, make us be small. It's totally natural defensive response. And also, what would we do? Would it be different than what we're actually doing? And what does that have to tell us about what we need, what's next for us, right? What kind of healing work might need to be done? What kind of people we want to make sure we're surrounded by? That could take us on a whole rabbit hole. But today will just be the entry. Finally, what is beginning for you? What's just starting? And then I say, in what ways are you already on your way? Because if you have this dream, chances are it started long, long ago. Um, for example, you see this like slide that I made. If you've seen the resources section on my website, I'm building all these practices, all this information for people that I really want people to be able to know about trauma, about healing, about creating. And I had a moment a couple weeks ago where I was like, oh my God, I used to be a Tumblr kid, a blogger. And these images of like I'm collaging, I'm creating, I'm pulling these like images together that I really like and making something from them. It felt like a nod to my former Tumblr teenage self. This was kind of a continuation of that. So this has begun long ago. And I hope that can give you the strength to know this isn't necessarily square one. You've probably already had these whispers for a long time. Okay, finally, what do you need? My therapist, Lisa, sometimes says, what will sustain you in this time? Creating anything, whether it is a business, a kid, a home, artwork, it takes effort, it takes persistence. We need nourishment, we need support for when we lose our energy, we lose our forward motion. We're gonna need help. And we need to build that into the plan from step one, because when that time comes, you'll know who to call and what to do, what to return to, what practices, what people sustain you or support you. Maybe they showed up in your visualization. So, just to recap, pick one or two from the top part. And in this, I recommend maybe doing at least one or two of the last two questions. So I'm going to play some music for you and give us let's take like 15 minutes. And that doesn't need to be straight writing time or straight drawing time. Maybe you take a moment and just daydream here and there, or you move around a little. Let's not muscle out the answers. Let's let them come. And I'll see you on the other side.
The house is quiet. Not sure if you're in your room. Sometimes you're inside there to see 5 whole days through. And then I don't always feel like talking to you, but I wanna help you get moving. 'Cause I'm just like you, I'm pretty scared of cutting loose, but if I can do it, then you can. Calm down, your shoes are out here in the hallway where we left them. And this is no big deal, but recently I stopped watching television. It kinda makes me sad to see so many episodes of The Walking Dead. With the fictional apocalypse always at the forefront of my head. But this staying down low is no longer fitting you. But this staying down low is no longer fitting you. No. You could take up running or something to break you out of your sweat. I could keep you company and stop choking on the things I haven't done yet. both been crying now, just trying to resuscitate. I can see it on your face that they're staying down low. It's no longer fitting you. They're staying down low. It's no longer fitting you. They're staying down low. It's no longer fitting you. They're staying down low. It's no longer fitting you. I know that you're tired, but it's no longer fitting you. No, I know that you're tired, but it's no longer fitting you. Now they're staying down low. They're staying down low. They're staying down low. They're staying down low. No, I know that you're tired, but it's no longer fitting you. No, I know that you're tired, but it's no longer fitting you. Now they're staying down low. They're staying down low. Staying down low. Staying down low. No, no, I know that you're tired, but it's no longer fitting you. I know that you're tired, but it's no longer fitting you. Now they're staying down, staying down, staying down, staying down, staying down, staying down. You can get back up again, staying down. You can get back up again. You can get back up again. I've seen your face, it's whole again. This life can embrace your soul again. Why look for ways to control again when life can embrace your soul again? I've found a way of healing. This life can embrace your feeling. Why look for ways to conceal again when life can embrace your healing? I've looked for days to find a way back to my soul, to find my place. Why look for ways to survive today when life can embrace your shine again? I've seen your face, it's whole again. This life can embrace your soul again. Why look for ways to control again when life can embrace your soul again? I've found a way of healing. This life can embrace your feeling. Why look for ways to conceal it when life can embrace your feeling? I will write that you're now for the very first time. And I do believe that something good is gonna happen. It's been growing in me slowly and steady. I got no muscles. I am ready. I am ready. After my next exhalation, before my next inhalation, simsalabim, abracadabra. Here comes my accumulation. I do believe that something good is gonna happen. I do believe that something good is gonna happen. Something good is gonna happen. Something good. I've been more than good, I've done more than I should. We deserve everything that we deserve, nothing at all. But I do believe that something good is gonna happen. I am ready. After my next exhalation, before my next inhalation, simsalabim, abracadabra. Here comes my accumulation. I do believe that something good is gonna happen. I do believe that something good is gonna happen. Something good is gonna happen. Something good. I do believe that something good is gonna happen. I do believe that something good is gonna happen. I do believe that something good is gonna happen. I do believe that something good. Something good. Something good. Something good.
Got about 4 more minutes or so. So feeling free to review what you wrote if you want, or just start wrapping up, at least for this moment, and summarizing kind of what you've been able to come to today. Remembering these don't have to be the final answers. I do hope, of course, you return to what you've written and what you've come to here, but just for today, a couple more minutes, and I can't wait to hear.
Let's say that you are happy. change your charm depending on the crowd. Of course, you're anywhere, satisfy your reality. Of course, you're everywhere, except where you're supposed to be. I'm determined that's all in your dreams, or in infinity, or maybe in insanity, or in your dreams. Yeah, you belong in your dreams. That's where to be, 'cause it's beautiful in your dreams. I love your dreams as long as they include me. Tell me that I'm in your dreams. Please tell me that you dream of me. Let's pray that you are down. The girl part of you don't understand. And let's pray you're graced by me. We're so in love with secrets, aren't we? And let's pray that I'm between stay and leave. And reciprocity, you don't know what that means. Let's pray that I can forget and try and feel what will come next. Let's say that you were some dust and you were swept away by some real strong winds one night. Where have you landed, if not in our high, fragile skies? I'm determined that's all in your dreams, or in infinity, or maybe in insanity, or in your dreams. Yeah, you belong in your dreams. That's where to be, 'cause it's beautiful in your dreams. I love your dreams as long as they include me. Tell me that I'm in your dreams. Please tell me that you dream of me.
Lovely. So I'm going to stop this screen share. I'm going to come back on. I'd like to close with a little poem that I wrote for you. So get comfortable, however you want to listen to it. Yeah. Eyes open, eyes closed, moving still, whatever you need. The astronauts are showing us the universe again, clearer and more defined than ever before. I'm talking about the James Webb Telescope, by the way, which you should totally check out. It's enough to make grown men weep. It's enough to frighten my friend who I showed at the jazz bar. Don't get me wrong. I love NASA, but I feel strongly the need to marvel equally at our humanity, to be equally struck by the flesh and bones which hold us. What is the home of our bodies if not the home of the universe itself? What is a body if not stardust turned to consciousness? Amidst collisions of rocks and gas and fire, you were born. You with your favorite song and your hopes and dreams. You with your bad jokes and pasta carbonara recipe. Yes, the mountains are holy. But have you seen the way that wounds heal? Have you seen the ways that we dance and run and twirl? Have you marveled at the heart that beats for you every single minute of your life? Don't worry, NASA. I love this starry night, as I love the freckles on our knees, and I love the sun as it rises and sets every morning and every night, just as I am working on loving the ways that I shift from the darkness to the bright. What I know is that the possibilities are endless. There are as many as 1 trillion possible synapses within your brain alone. And here we are on this planet, 109 times smaller than our sun, at home in our Milky Way, who is 700 billion times bigger than the sun. And our universe has billions more galaxies. I know it feels like it's always going to be this way. I know our fate can feel so hard and immovable, but the fabric of our existence is literally infinite, ever evolving, radiant. You are the universe, literally. Let's take a full breath out all the way down into that fiery core of the earth. I mean, seriously, what? It's kind of wild, isn't it? And then inhale it all the way back up to the sky, the stars, remembering where you came from. And then let that breath ground back into your body, feeling the softening of the exhale and the expansion of the inhale. Knowing you have access to this breath at all times to help you remember what you need to remember to help sustain you as you go and create. So, whatever the next small step forward is for your dreams, I hope you take it, including all the support that you might need, the books, the music you want to listen to, what's going to keep you in possibility when there are so many reasons to shut down and feel hopeless. And that's natural. When we find ourselves there, it's normal, it's understandable, it's valid. And also, perhaps we have other options at other times that are also available so that we have access to both. That's what I hope for us. Thank you so much for being here. If you are doing this in the recording version and you want to share your dream, you can share it with a loved one, someone in that inner circle, somebody who does see you, who will cheer you on, who sees the possibility in you. If you don't have that person, send me an email. I would love to hear your dream. I would love to cheer you on. It's such nourishment for me to be able to be a part of maybe sparking a dream or helping us return to the dreams or whatever the thing I can do is, even if it's just witnessing. Uh, pretty exciting to me. So don't hesitate and good luck. Let's give thanks to this land that we're on, give thanks to the practice of yoga that helps us to expand when we need to expand and soften when we need to soften. And all the many, 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 many teachers before me who have cultivated this practice beginning in South Asia and now all over the world. Millions and millions of people join you. And yeah, just thank you for being here. If you enjoyed this, and you want to pass it along, it's free. It's a free resource. It will always be free. So share it with whoever needs it for me, please. Thank you so much.